tonight on the show. Tony Koiki retains his place in the team. Tony, good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
It's been quite some time.
I don't understand what you mean by retaining his place. How can you not start a football match?
You're formidable striker.
No, I never claimed to be a striker.
I know. There was a time you were a defender. Midfielder.
Yeah, I played. I actually started out as a goalkeeper. I started as a goalkeeper. I played right full back, played left full back, played defensive midfield, played as the winger, played as a defense, played as a central defender.
But you didn't have any reason to strike.
I'm worried now. I could shoot from distance. So,
I love it when my guys do the bragging. That's what it is. Today, Koiki will be talking to us tonight. And of course, Tolu Olorunmotemi.
It's a sentence, you know.
I keep wondering if for some reason Tolu had reason to represent Nigeria. Imagine writing that at the back of the jersey.
No. It's going to go this way. It's going to be all Moteni. O-L apostrophe.
No, we write it from shoulder to shoulder.
We want the full thing.
From elbow to the elbow.
You might not go through the Bible, but calm down.
Vertical. Olorunmotemi. Vertical.
Tolu also joins us tonight. We'll be talking sports right here. And of course, part of what we're doing tonight. Tony Koiki says his utility. I don't know what Tolu is, but I'm sure we'll be making good use of the through passes. Yeah, make all the mouth. I know. Okay, guys, let's begin with the basis for sports development everywhere in the world. Now, we'll talk about Ronaldo today because it started on time. We'll talk about Lionel Messi because it started. They had good foundation.
Williams,
that's what it is. Lewis Hamilton. You can trace their history, and today they are world champions. Grassroots football development is in focus. Tony Koiki. We have seen the need for it, and of course, academies can play a big part.
Austin, let me tell you a short story. In 2002, after Belgium participated at Korea-Japan FIFA World Cup, they went back. They didn't do they did well, but after that, subsequently, they couldn't qualify for the European Championships. They couldn't qualify for the World Cup. So they went back and completely dismantled their football model. Started from the grassroots again. What they did was very, very interesting. They created a football manual as regarding how players should be coached at every level of football.
That's right.
The kind of coaching that they should receive. They invested heavily in coaching, invested heavily in facilities.
In training.
And in training. So it was a very comprehensive system. What it meant that at regular intervals, the best players from each age group were gathered together to continue their development. Maybe they train together for 2 or 3 weeks, then they go back to their separate clubs. This meant that whatever these quality players learned, when they went back to their respective academies or clubs, they took that quality with them and it rubbed off with other players around them, and it made them those players better players. So it continued that way. That was an investment made in 2002. In 2015,
that's right.
Belgium is regarded as the top football playing country in the world today, according to the FIFA rankings.
That's right.
They are number 1 in the world.
That's right.
Belgian players are in high demand in every league across the world, from Spain to Germany to Italy to England. We know the Hazards, the Bentekes, the Mignoles, the Courtois, the Lukakus. This is because of an investment made almost 2 decades ago. So it's a no-brainer. You can only reap what you sow. These Belgians have they sowed tremendously and intensively, and that is why they are regarded as the best football playing nation in the world. It's not rocket science. And we have academies in Nigeria, so-called academies, but there have been insinuations for many years that these places are nothing more than slave shops for looking for the best player amongst the few that you can get before you ship them off to Europe for a profit. What is the quality of the coaching that these players receive? Is education also formal education part of the curriculum as well? What is even the grading of the coaches who even teach these players? So it's a total package. The NSC must work in conjunction with the Ministry of Education to ensure that you create not only excellent footballers but well-educated, well-rounded human beings. You hold a microphone to a Nigerian international now. They start sweating because they can't speak. Very few of them.
A guy play lovely football. You want to put him out there, let people know him.
But look at post-match interviews in Europe. You hold the microphone to a player, he steps up confidently and starts telling you about this is where he went wrong in clear, lucid English. And the player, so it's an all-encompassing thing. Not only formal education, but also technical education as well.
Very deep words to Koiki has brought out as regards using Belgium as a case study. Today, they are shining, they're doing so well. And let me come to you, Tolu. In what ways can I just start developing football, not just football, sports at the grassroots?
First things first, I thought when I was younger there's something called inter-house sports, which was taken very seriously back then. And then I didn't grow up in the city, I grew up in a village. And then every time there was an inter-house sport, we had massive turnouts. I mean, people came to see the best of talents on parade in the community. And local government chairman I invited, the HOD education, the people in the education ministry are all invited. They come and they grace the occasion. And everybody wants to see the best, from the athletics to the field events and then to football. And
this guy beats you in class with education. You beat him
on the field.
That's right. You said you
instantly.
the competition.
I mean, it was intense. I mean, you become a star even in your community. These days, parents hardly attend.
Some even tell their kids, you know, it's rough.
Inter-house sports these days.
So, wait now.
Before I
how
left,
many secondary schools in Lagos
even
today
have
a field?
Yeah,
that is very true. Secondly, it also goes down to the parents. You know, it got to a point in my own life. I did sport, and I thought I would do sport professionally at some point. And it got to a point where I could no longer play for my school. And I was expelled out of the school, almost expelled, because my principal thought I was useless in that aspect of being representing the school on the field of play. My father thought, no, I needed to concentrate because I wanted to be an architect. He said, okay, you have to go to school, you need to keep reading and all that. So he banned me from going to the field to play football. And I was pretty good at playing football back then. So this has happened. It's not just about what the NFF can do, it's about what the parents can do. The parents need to know now that there's a lot of money to be made from sports. And maybe that will motivate them. See, what motivated me once and made me, what opened my eyes to see the amount of money footballers earn in football. It happened not too long ago. That was when Obafemi Mertens made the move from Inter Milan to Newcastle. And then Soccer Star had this headline I will never forget in my life. Obago to earn 11.5 million naira weekly. So I called my elder brothers and I asked them, what profession can you ever do and make this much money in your life? And he said, nothing.
And well, nothing legal.
He didn't know. He didn't know. And I don't blame him. He was a graduate. And I asked myself, and I read through the article over and over again, and I told myself it was to earn £40,000 then. And that was 11.5 million naira. Look, it changed me. I wanted to play football at all costs, whatever it takes. Now, if my parents knew, maybe they would have allowed me to go into it. So it's not just about the school system. We know it is wrong, we know it is fault, we know a lot of things need to be done. But parents need to know that the kids have a future in this field also. Mario Gotha, his father is a professor in a university.
That's right.
The boy plays football professionally. Right. And he has a lot of money, more money than his father would ever make till he dies. You need to find your motivation from somewhere.
Striker Duncan Watmore, he's also graduated with the first class in economics and something. His father is also in the football industry as well, but he has the first class in economics and is also playing.
That parents also the vision.
Ramon Vega, former Swiss international, who played for Tottenham Hotspur, when he finished his playing career, he's now working in the financial sector. He's a very successful investment banker.
There's an American.
The Klitschko has a PhD.
He has a PhD.
There's an American I've forgotten now who wanted to study medicine, but his family was so poor, and then he saw football as a means to an end. So he played football for a while, got some money, and then went to study the medicine he wanted to study. Look, a lot can be done. There are many ways to get. In Lagos these days, you see a kid playing football at some point, and the parents shout at the kids. They scare him off. Hey, stop playing football. Go and read your books. I was talking to a friend of mine on Sunday. I was walking through Yaya Baton area of Ogba, and I saw some boys playing table tennis on the street, and I was like, this is how Ojo Onolapo started in Akure.
Right.
And I know.
And this is how Haruna Kadri started in Oki.
And I said, if I wasn't busy right now, I will watch these boys. If they are good enough, I will take them to, I'd know what to do to get them to where they need to get to and get their game improved. And the guy who is my very good friend, who almost graduated with the first class in botany, looked at me and said, instead of telling those boys to go and read, you are telling them you will take them to. And look, we need to change our orientation about it. It begins from the home, not just out there in the government.
So at this time, it's about taking football to the grassroots. And right here, Channel Steve will say not just football, sports development for it to shine again in Nigeria. We must go back to the grassroots. You've heard different stories. Tunde Koiki, deep talk with Belgium. Tolu, deeper talk. Why he wanted to play football. Fast forward, none of these guys got to play football professionally, but they're having fun talking about it.
Please don't say it.
But they're having fun talking about it. Well, let's go back. See the ways academies can be involved in grassroots football development in Nigeria. The Pepsi Football Academy, they're doing so well. They have produced stars that have played even with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's watch this report. I'll come back. There's so much to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
Students of the Pepsi Football Academy, coaches, officials and parents turned up at the gala night to celebrate a successful 2015 season and reward outstanding players. These boys aspire to become professional footballers and they believe the academy can make it a reality. Former Super Eagles coach Adegboye Onigbinde agrees that the Pepsi Football Academy has the quality to make these guys future stars.
The first thing in sports is to develop. Competition is a byproduct. And in fact, competition is supposed to be used to assess the level of development. And this academy has been involved in development of football at the grassroots from relatively tender ages to a relatively high level. So I appreciate their effort.
At the end of every season, the academy rewards excellence, and this year wasn't different.
It gives us the opportunity to become a better footballer in future, and it's a means of creating best footballers for Nigerians. Everybody will love everyone. Like this youth competition that we are doing, you'll see the one from other states, and you will know many people there, and you will make a friendship there.
At the Pepsi Football Academy, emphasis not only on players, coaches and officials also had their moments. The academy has produced players who have featured for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and the sponsor is willing to do more.
For us, football is a way to get into the heart of our teeming consumer. We've believed in this mantra for so long, and we still believe in this mantra, and that's playing out in the way we've been supporting not just Pepsi Football Academy, but developmental football all the while. We've been doing this for over 2 decades, and we are like we said the other time, we're not in the business of stopping, because we believe in the youth of this country. We believe in the passion that football brings. We believe in the change that football could actually bring.
In 2005, the Pepsi Football Academy started a scholarship program that takes players abroad to study and play football, and more than 15 players have benefited from this initiative.